Alright, so today at the dentist's office, this video is primarily for Tom and my sister, and I guess Dad too. Max. Oh my goodness. Max is in plane mode, so he's pulling my attention over every time I try to do this video. So, I kind of went off on some rants to them, but I hope you can see by my tone that I'm not in some crazy delirious state. I'm not in a manic phase, not that I'm bipolar or have any sort of manic personalities. I'm just like this. I'm suffering. Every single day I'm suffering. As I'm telling you this right now, they're pounding me right here in the back of my head. They like to focus on one spot sometimes and just keep doing it and doing it. They keep hitting me here. Oh look, I can put my hand up and now my hand hurts and not my head. Is that psychosomatic? Well, maybe after one time, but then again, I do have multiple witnesses and there are multiple victims as well. Some of us whom have provided individual separate supporting statements to a Travis County Sergeant and did so in person as well when questioned of the Travis County Sheriff's Department. And this information was also passed on to the Austin Police Department as it had been already, and to some extent, and to a much larger extent once I got out of jail, which I can't believe that's a thing that happened. So yeah, they're hitting me right now. Oh look, my hand hurts now. Oh look, my hand doesn't hurt there. There. Oh look, now my hand hurts. It partially or fully blocks the sensation from my skull. That indicates that there's something coming on from the outside, and I did have other people that have felt these things before while it was on me, which is kind of hard if you think about it, because if someone's doing that to you and they don't want witnesses, you think that you try to put someone, it's already weird enough to try to ask someone to put their hand over a part of your body or whatever. You already look crazy enough. Do you think it's going to be easy to get someone to do that? You think they're going to keep that beam there going or keep that attack going on steady? They're not. My roommate Tim, who got arrested recently, stupidly, the officer that did that, you are a sketchy, bad officer that did that when you dropped my dog off. You don't run someone's name when you drop someone's dog off. You were supposed to drop me off here too. But you didn't give me water either, did you? Oh, you gave me a couple of sips, and then you screwed it back on with my hands cuffed behind my back, and then you put it, out of my cuffed arm's reach. But, so this is sort of the attitude I had today. I went in there, they already told me it was going to be a very bad 3 hours, so they were going to make it very uncomfortable, as they made this entire week uncomfortable, because they've been zapping my back this whole entire week. So my back's been really sore, and as always, I can't hardly get to sleep because they keep zapping me and make it so uncomfortable that I'm, I have to only pass out of sheer exhaustion do I ever get some sleep. They started burning my feet. I started getting a burning sensation in my feet and a pressure on them too. They were zapping my back, so my back was uncomfortable. I was kind of wriggling around. I went to lie down on the couch or the sofa or whatever, if you can call it that. It's really just an extended chair. It's very firm. I had a jacket on, and then all of a sudden, my back feels like it's both on fire, being burnt pretty severely, and then also frostbitten at the same time, pretty severely. It felt both fire and ice on it, and no, I didn't rub icy hot on it before. It also zapped in my neck, and it moved around every time I covered an area. If I put my hand behind my back, it got jolted. It had the electrical jolts. When I would put my foot up over the couch edge, because I didn't want to get my shoes on the thing, it would push down on it. If you have a body part up or whatever, even if you don't, and you feel something being pushed down on it like a motherfucker, you're aware of it, and you know that force is not coming from inside your head because you're being pushed. You get pushed like that, something behind you is being pushed. You're not having a convulsion that mimics the feeling of getting pushed. You can't mimic the feeling of getting pushed unless, you can't, unless you're pulled, I guess, but But that's what I was feeling at the dentist today. All that over and over and over again. They're hitting every single part of my body, making it vibrate, they were primarily making it burn, making it ache, making it feel like I had sudden like overworked muscle fatigue, as if I'd gone to the gym and overworked a muscle like a motherfucker. But it's not up here. Just like when they like nudge every part of my body, which they love to like sexually molest me or sexually assault me. If someone does this to you, I don't know if I'm in. Pretend this is my penis. I can't tell if I'm in frame or not. Pretend this is my penis or crotch. If someone goes like this enough to move your penis, and like if you were to close your eyes and if I were to do that to you, you would, and then I said open them, you would know that a human being caused that. You know, we're aliens. Anyway, you would know that. So yes, I know that these sensations are caused by a third party, not from up here. By the way, Dad and Robin and Tom, people don't become schizophrenic at age 41 without a history of prior mental illness. It does not happen. And Dad, just for the record, because Robin thought that Dr. Lambeth told you that it could be meth-induced, he actually told you it could not be induced by that, based on the quantity and the frequency that I was doing them at the time, which was far less than you had thought. And you don't reprocess that. You're such a logical thinker like I am. I don't understand why, like, when I correct you on information, you don't put those parameters back into your functioning brain and reprocess that information, which has directed your behavior and your actions from that. I'm not a drug addict. I wasn't a drug addict. When it was around me all the time, sure, I was using it more. Well, with this shit, it's like, yeah, do you want really painful torture? Or do you want something that feels good sexually that you would prefer not to be in our hand, that you'd prefer to be a consensual act by people who haven't ruined your life, but is better than this horrible, painful torture? Well, to get this, then you have to do this. Think about it. Those are the choices that I'm usually left with, or was left with, when I had, access to it. But I guess I do have access to it now, but it's whatever. It's not important right now. But Dr. Lambert actually told you that was not possible right in front of me. He said, like, it's not possible to cause these things, and he didn't even know about the full story. And which, by the way, you and him both ignored the event that happened that you did not believe me on, and tried to correct you tried to take your recollection of my recollection as like the true thing that happened, which was wrong. Your recollection of my recollection was completely wrong, and I corrected you on that. You were like, whatever. And I'm like, it's not whatever. It's very important. This would never happen to anyone. Their motives behind it is very important. No one would normally get assaulted at the doctor's office. And I also didn't tell you, Dad, or Robin or Tom at the time, but right before that, around that time, these people started mentioning past visits at Red River Family Practice, details from many, many years ago that they would only know if they read the visit, because they were like, there was such detailed information from past visits. And I'm like, well, there could be a third accomplice, but I don't want to seem paranoid, right? It's probably one of those two ladies, or both of them, that did that. That's very important, because I don't have the powers of ESP. I don't have magical powers of premonition. I didn't suddenly start doing that shit. Did you also know that they also mentioned syphilis, and they also mentioned IVs? I didn't tell you that either. They mentioned that months before, like, that diagnosis. And then before, which led to me eventually this year getting that hospitalization for 2 weeks. Does Kip have a reason? I hate talking about myself in the third person. Do I have a reason for being paranoid? Yes. Am I paranoid? No. I'm actually trying to be like more realistic and more rational and not thinking the worst of things. You guys are not listening to me. This is something that's really happening to me every single day. And this was actually like a pretty mild day.